What is good people? You are now listening to another episode of At the Plate with Danny Foxworth. I am your humble narrator, Danny Foxworth. Welcome to 2024. Man, good to be back behind the mic again. Hope y'all had a great new year. Um, just a little quick episode for y'all. Let's get into some of the notable free agents that are still unsigned, and then I'll get into some new rule changes that the MLB is going to implement this upcoming season. So, I mean, who better to start off with than the LA Dodgers? I mean, they got Ohtani, they signed Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and then they double back and got my man Tyler Glasnow. So, oh, I tell you, you talk about reloading. They really made some serious moves, and they mean business this time. And I'm very curious to see how that's going to play out. Um, with that said, I'm with them signing two pitchers. I'm wondering if that's going to have any effect on what Clayton Kershaw is going to do with his decision, because he's a free agent and he's not signed. But honestly, I think he's going to run it back with the Dodgers. And brother, you got Yamamoto, Tyler, Walker Burley, and Clayton Kershaw. Bro, good luck. Good luck. And keeping it in the NL West, another free agent that hasn't signed yet, Blake Snell. Um, looks like I'm thinking the Giants are going to snatch him up because they swung and missed on both Yamamoto and Ohtani, and I know that the money's burning a hole in their pockets right now, and I think that impatience might be starting to set in, and I think they're going to swoop down and snatch up Blake Snell, which again, Giants, they need something. They need something to counterattack that firepower that the Dodgers have right now. So I think they're all in on Blake Snell. And then my beloved Texas Rangers, Jordan Montgomery is a free agent. I hope and pray that he resigns with the Rangers, but truth be told, I'm not really getting my hopes up. They're having a financial, well, really a financial slash contract dispute with Bally Sports. And so that might not be the right amount of money for them to keep him on the Rangers. But I know I'm wishing it, I'm hoping it happens. But again, I'm not really getting my hopes up. If he doesn't stay with the Rangers, ultimately, I think the Cardinals are going to come in and bring him back to St. Louis, which brings me to my next free agent prospect. And this is the prospect who is extremely high on my Rangers wish list. If the Rangers aren't able to keep Montgomery, I mean Josh Hader, it would be a hell of a consolation prize. I mean, we need that closer to really shut shit down. And he was arguably the best closer in baseball this past season. You just can't risk it with a Roldis Chapman wheeling him out to shut the game out in the ninth inning, to close the game out in the ninth inning. I mean, he throws 200 miles an hour, but he's just so wildly erratic with his pitches. And you just never know what kind of Roldis Chapman you're going to get whenever he takes the mound. And keeping it on pitchers, Marcus Stroman, he's also a free agent. I think he is going to entertain all these offers. He's out of all the offers that he's entertaining. I think he's going to stay with the Cubs. I really have no real reason as to why, but I'm just going with that's just my gut feeling. And keeping it in Chicago, taking it to the South Side, Tim Anderson, another free agent. That man had a very, very uncharacteristically bad year this year. I mean, just low average, getting chin checked. It wasn't a good year for him. I think a change of scenery will do him good, and I think that Tim Anderson will leave the White Sox and end up with the Miami Marlins. So they got a prime spot ready for him to take the shortstop position, and those are just some of the free agency, the players that are notable players in free agency that those are what I think are going to happen, ultimately happen with those players and where they're going to go. And now let me get into some of the new MLB rules that they're going to implement this year. The pitch clock to me was a rousing success. Average game length of a 9-inning game was, I think, 2 hours and 39 minutes this year, which is 25 seconds faster than what the average 9-inning game was in 2022, and the lowest average since 1985. And they're going to tinker with this pitch clock just a little bit more. So the pitch clock, when those bases are empty, the pitch clock is still going to remain at 15 seconds for the pitcher to throw. But when there's base runners, they're going to cut the time down from 20 seconds to 18 seconds. So interesting to see how that's going to go. Then the next rule that they're going to implement are mound visits. They're going to reduce the number of mound visits that the pitcher or the pitching coach or the manager can make to the mound. They're taking it from 5 visits down to 4. And then the next rule is whenever a pitcher is warming up in between innings, it's mandatory that they face at least one batter. But I believe there was 22 instances last season where a pitcher was warming up, and before the batter took the mound for the pitcher to face, the manager took them off the mound and replaced them with another pitcher. So they're going to have to face at least one pitcher after they warm up in between innings. And the last rule, this is the rule that's really piqued my interest, because I don't know how this is going to look, being that the runner's lane is now going to be extended roughly another 18 to 24 inches. So the runner's lane last year, it was basically from the foul. You could run in the direction from the foul line and everything to the right of that foul line, basically up until the dirt, where the dirt meets the grass in the infield. You had that lane to run, but now they're going to open up the left side of the foul line as well. And so you are legally allowed to run basically from the edge of the infield dirt to the other edge of the infield dirt, and going from the batter's box to first base. And wonder what kind of outcomes they're going to have with the batters basically having carte blanche to get to first base by any means. So yeah, those are the new MLB pitch rules, and spring training will be here literally next month. And I, for one, am excited. Hopefully the Rangers run it back, but they got a lot of stiff competition out there. And yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this mini-sode of At the Plate with Danny Foxworth. Make sure you like, download, and subscribe to At the Plate with Danny Foxworth. Make sure you follow my YouTube channel. You can find me. My channel is at Danny Foxworth 843. You can find all of the videos for At the Plate and for my other podcast since we last spoke. We got 127 subscribers right now. Let's run it up to 200. Let's make shit shake this year. And again, I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you watching. And we're going to keep this thing going in 2024. We're going to have more guests and more fun, more things to get into. So until next time, y'all be good. 3 strikes.